91.3 FM. The team is ready. 3 in-house, 1 out of house. But, well, the show must continue. My name is Oluwa Kayode. And we're not talking budget. We're talking those that collected, that ate, that received water. Those that went home crying, just according to Femi Faraway's predictions. You got it right this time.
I'm always proud of myself when these things come in, because I like to stand in front of the camera and the microphone and say, "I told you so."
Yeah, right.
I told you so. Now this game should not be a game that will lose sleep over. It's Cape Verde.
We never can tell.
No, now look, there's some things that we should not lose sleep over.
But didn't you say the same thing about Lesotho?
Like I said, that was a blip. I've seen people don't understand English. That blip is something that happens by mistake once in a while.
You know, when anything goes wrong in football, it reminds people of failure of government. So they divert the anger.
We're too impatient. That's the problem. Look, like I said now, it doesn't mean that because we're going for the return leg, we'll not say there's no need. We'll still pull what we need to pull. But I'm saying that Cape Verde will not stop us from going to the Nations Cup.
Good way to start it. Okay, let's go out of studio for a minute. The Eagle, morning to you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. An absolute pleasure to report it to you live and direct from Ikene. I came for my friend's mom's funeral. Yesterday was a wake. She's going to be buried today. So rest in peace. Mama Oyeni, she was like a mother to me. And, may God rest her soul.
Amen.
She was something that was so kind. I remember like 35 years ago, when I was just after my youth service and all. And, me and her son were running things together. I used to go pick him up every morning. I used to pray for us every day. And me, I got free on that kind of thing. Well with you. Ashiriabo means that, what does Ashiriabo basically mean?
You shall not lack.
How do I bring that down?
You shall not lack.
Sorry?
You shall not lack.
May you know, I share every morning. So I have to come and pay my last respects to them.
Yeah, great.
Today, and I know that I shouldn't advertise for them, but I'm actually staying in the Remo Stars complex. They have a beautiful guest house there.
Nice.
Really nice. Really nice. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Are you alone?
Yeah.
Are you alone?
I came to this world alone. I'm going to get off.
You know that song now. You are not alone. No, and okay, wait. This is this ought to be questioned. The Eagle. This ought to be questioned. Why Remo Stars? Does it mean that you used your name? Hi, I'm Shegun Agbede, and you were given the room for free?
No, I paid for it. No, of course I paid for it. But this is where all the.
But did they know who you are?
And it's the best. It's the best. Well, I can't help that. I mean, okay, let's put it this way. Nobody bought me dinner yesterday. So our breakfast is complimentary. So if I hang around for lunch, so you understand. But I won't do lunch. I'll do it to the reception later. But it's a good. I mean, yes, I saw the academy boys training. I mean, you know what? I talk about articulation of it. What is set up here, and this we're talking about a private, individual. And it's brilliant. Watching young boys training yesterday, they're so poor. So I mean, and these are boys I've been dreaming of donning the green and white jersey all day. Congratulations to Super Falcons for getting the job done. That's just value to. I'm happy. They sounded confident yesterday. And maybe, as I said, yes, these are first team members that stayed away for whatever reason. But for me, as I also said, that's how cool. It's an opportunity for other people to step up. Competition for places is a big to be.
All right, there you go.
Super Eagles, right?
There you go.
Have like to the kill.
The Eagle, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I said it's quite a coincidence that you are in a hotel in Ikene and alone on International Day for HIV or AIDS.
It's today.
Yeah, it's today. Yeah.
It's today.
We wish you safe trip back to Lagos.
So, And and that's exactly what it is. Abstinence is the best form of.
Well, and that's why I'm just saying that it's a good way.
What you're not doing.
Let's come back to the studio here. Sir Charles, morning to you.
Good morning. Friday morning here on Lagos Talks 91.3. You know how we do on Fridays, just have as much fun as we possibly can. We also want to celebrate the living as well. Today is the birthday of former president of the Nigeria Football Federation, Amaju Pinnick. Today's his birthday.
What a unique day he lands.
Yeah, so that means we're going to Delta for, is it Delta Must Hear? What's that comedy show?
No, I think that's happened already.
Oh, okay.
I think that's happened. That's where he sued.
Live in the present now.
Yeah,
well,
live in the present.
I'm just trying to feel like I know what's
live
up.
In the present.
I moved, so it's not like
live in the present.
I'm trying to belong.
Yeah, so on Instagram, he was celebrating his birthday and put up pictures of his wife, his kids. You know, lovely pictures. Very, very, very nice pictures. You know, so
there was no catch.
No catch? What do you mean?
Like nobody came into the comment section to.
No, quite a few comments in the comment section, but I mean, when someone is celebrating, you don't. I mean, come on.
I know Nigerians. Sometimes they can be very funny people. Last year, I think it was Guavon was celebrating his birthday, so the daughter put out a birthday post, and Nigerians were still dragging the father. I was like, guys, I just consider the man today.
When you say Nigerians, for me, it's some miscreants. Do you understand? The vast majority of people on social media are normal, rational human beings. But there are a minority that are not. Why would you want to be celebrating something and some funny people come out there and start yelling dust? Those are miscreants. As you understand. Happy birthday, Amaju.
Oh, yes. Happy birthday. I hope he's going to do giveaway today.
I don't know. You can call him.
I will ask.
Call him.
I'll go into the post.
Go to Instagram and
ask. You can do that, but they cannot. The ego cannot because he's not a fan of the.
No, they say if you ask her, you shall receive. It was in the scriptures.
Interesting.
Okay. Today we're gonna take you to Egypt. Yeah. Where there is something happening. As far as CAF is concerned, it's the African Football Association, African Club Association. African Club Association. They launched it yesterday in Cairo, Egypt, and the general manager of Rangers Football Club, Rangers International, is in Cairo as we speak, and he's waiting for our connection. Just to let you know that the launch was attended by a number of delegations, including CAF President Dr. Patrice Motsepe, and this took place at the Marriott Mena House, Cairo. The Africa Club Association meeting will be followed, or rather was followed, by a press conference. And of course, an address was made by the CAF President himself with members of the Africa Club Association. This association aims to bring together stakeholders from across the African football landscape, fostering collaboration, innovation, and excellence within the continent's football scene. Some of the intentions, objectives include to protect and promote the interests of African football clubs, to ensure that African football clubs are commercially viable, globally competitive and profitable. They also want to ensure that referees, match commissioners, and VAR operators are respected, credible, independent, and world-class as well. They will also want to build partnerships with sponsors, the private sector, and governments to build stadiums that comply with CAF and FIFA standards and other football infrastructure and facilities in each of the 54 CAF member associations. And finally, they do want to develop African youth talent, academies for boys and girls, and improve the quality of African club football to be world class. So, just for a few minutes, joining Amobi in Cairo as we speak is the general manager of Rangers International Football Club of Enugu. Good morning, Amobi. How are you today? Good to have you join us on Sports Zone.
Yes, good morning. I'm fine. Thank you.
All right, so how's Cairo this morning? How's the African Club Association gathering? How's it going? And the reason
Cairo is fine.
And the reason that you're there, you want to share all of that with us.
Yeah, yesterday we had the first Congress of the African Club Association. Before now, CAF had invited some clubs, about 80 clubs, to attend the first meeting, the first General Assembly, to adopt the draft statute and to elect members of the board. I know you are aware that our own Elder Paul Obasi was elected yesterday as the second vice president. And yes, Rangers was invited, Bendel Insurance, Aqua United, and Plateau United.
Okay.
We are invited. So yesterday it was a robust meeting, an avenue to interact, and we as Rangers, we took that opportunity as well to interact with the CAF president to present our new JC that was launched yesterday in our physical store at the stadium, and to share our strategic plans as well with him, and to see a way by which CAF will also support what we do as an institution at Rangers outside the African Club Association. And that is it in a nutshell.
So what sort of benefits are there really for Rangers? I mean, congratulations to all the clubs that were invited from the MPFL. But since we are talking with you directly, what sort of benefits, comes to Rangers as part of this association?
Yes, recall that when we announced our strategic plan, the first arm of our strategic plan was commercial development, and that is the angle we are pushing forward. We want to be commercially viable. We understand that a lot of the members of the ACA are top clubs in Africa, the Al Ahlis, the Young African, Zamaleks, and the rest. So we've already started conversation to see how we can partner as clubs, and as well how we can tap into the plethora of companies they have at their beck and call. At Rangers, we believe in the power of collaboration. As you can see, with what we are doing, we are bringing in private partners, we are bringing in companies. So what this means for us is that we are now closer to the big powers, the big wigs in quote, when it comes to both the commercial and the political side of football in Africa. What we want to do with the Rangers brand is to bring back Rangers fully to its place on the continent. And it's quite interesting to note that after my first speech yesterday, after my first observation, that the CAF president pointedly stated that he has seen what we are doing at Rangers, and he's excited to see that in a space of 3 months, we've been able to turn around the fortunes and the image of the club. And not talking about the sporting aspect now, but looking at the commercial aspect, looking at taking the club back to the people, looking at what the club can be on the social media, looking at how the club interacts with both internal and external stakeholders as enshrined in our strategic plan. And, having our fiscal store open yesterday is also I wouldn't say a coincidence, but I think it's divinely orchestrated that yesterday our fiscal store got open and we were at the African Club Association inaugural Congress. So all these things have culminated into also urging us further to keep developing. Yesterday I spoke with the first vice president of the ACA, Jessica from Kaizer Chiefs, and we spoke a lot about the potential partnerships between not just Kaizer Chiefs alone and Rangers, but a lot of other South African companies who want to expand into the Nigerian market. So all these things are things we are open to, and these are things we can also gain from being members of the from being a member of the ACA. Again, technical partnership. You find that most times coaches in Nigeria have a limited license quality with membership. I am sure, for one, that a coach like Fidelis Ilechukwu will not be lacking in any way with respect to the courses he can do, because we understand that empowering our coaches is also a way of solving not just the immediate club problem, but the problem at the national team. So all these things are the things we are looking at, and we've started conversation. Conversations are still ongoing. I've sent an email this morning to the president of Yanga and the president of the ACA as well, to see how we can strike these potential partnerships. At Rangers, our doors are open, our windows are open. We want partners. That is the only way our clubs can be sustainable. We want to rely on what we bring and not what the government brings alone. That's why we've gone out to get the unveils sponsorship of over 50 million, and we are looking for more sponsors. We want to sell the backside of our JC. We want to sell the sleeves. We want to advertise for companies on our stockings. That is football for you. Football is not just government bringing the money.
You just spoke about the Afri Invest sponsorship on the shirts of Rangers. You said it's worth 50 million. Is that 50 million naira or in dollars?
50 million naira for 3 years.
For 3 years.
About 150 million, yes.
All right, you've also mentioned the likes of Al Ali, Zamalek, Kaizer Chiefs. These are big clubs on the continent, and have achieved quite a bit, as far as continental football is concerned. For Rangers, last time Rangers won any kind of continental trophy, you'd have to go back to the 70s. Now, for Rangers to be recognized on the continent, they do have to start winning laurels all over again. So, what's the plan and intention for that? And when you talk about collaboration, are we talking about maybe the possibilities of seeing players from the northern parts of the country donning the jersey of Rangers International Football Club or any other parts of the African continent?
Yes, all these collaborations are inclusive. Transfer of players' rights, exchange of technical ideas. These are things on the conversation table right now. And I agree with you. The Rangers need to start winning. We need to start winning laurels. But again, we need to also go to the foundation of what makes the club a big club. You can win laurel this year, and then next year you crumble. We need to do the first thing, the right thing, the most important things, which is having a proper corporate structure, which we've put in place now, having a proper youth academy, which is ongoing in Rangers, having a proper women team, which we start this month. All these things are at the heart of proper football club administration. You see Orlando Pirates, you see Mamelodi Sundown, you see how they've developed, how they've been able to structure the existence of their club, so that no matter who is there, the club will run seamlessly. That is what we are intentional about doing in Rangers, and that is what we will do in Rangers. And I've said during my strategic plan announcement that when any of this goes wrong, that I should be held responsible. And I'm saying it again on your show, because we are quite intentional about this. It's not about any ulterior motive. It's about the passion with which we love this club, Rangers. I think I always tell people that when I'm out of Rangers, it's going to be difficult to work for any other club, because this club is a club we all grew up loving. So we are pushing beyond limits, we are pushing beyond bounds. I'm still in Cairo for the next few days because I need to have another meeting with the member association department of CAF, with the CAF General Secretary, and with one or two clubs in Egypt. And yes, we know what we want to achieve. We know what we want to do for the club and for the people who love the club. If you are on Twitter yesterday, you could see how happy the fans were to to see that they could walk into the physical store and purchase their jersey. That is what makes a club viable. Yes, winning laurels, beautiful, we can win. Charles, remember in 2016 when I was the team manager, Imama Mapakabo was the technical advisor. We won the MPFL after 32 years, and the next year we were struggling. Why? Because there was no proper foundation. When Obinna left, when Chisom left, we couldn't go to the feeder team to get a replacement. But when you have a proper foundation, when a star player leaves, you will not feel it much. And that is what we do. People want us to win trophies, they want us to win laurels immediately. But that's not the point. The second arm of our strategic plan is sporting excellence. And that shows you that winning trophy this year, for instance, does not really disturb my mind. What worries my mind is how we can develop commercially and be viable commercially. We will win trophies, I promise you.
Eventually,
but even if it doesn't come now, it will come next year. And if you've watched our game this year, you can see how beautifully we play. You can see what Fidelis Ilechukwu is doing with the players. It takes a little time. Need to be patient. And when we are patient, they say we will eat the fattest bone.
All right. Thank you so much, Amobi, for talking to us. Your plan definitely is one that we'll keep tabs on, because ultimately there are very many people out there who support Rangers, and want to see Rangers succeed, not just on the pitch of play, but as you said, commercially as well. When you talk about the jerseys being sold at the stadium in Enugu, are there any options of buying these jerseys online? Because we have had quite a number of people ask those questions.
Yes. We would like to say here and now that any moment from now we will announce modalities for the online purchase. We would have announced that 3 days ago, but we couldn't get the Flutterwave verification. But now, as at this morning, we've got an email from Paystack. And once we test run these things, and we are sure of this, we will make the announcement officially for our fans to buy online. When I return to Nigeria, we have also started conversations with a logistic company that will help deliver this to the doorsteps of our fans. We don't want to rush and spoil things. We want to be patient. We want to do these things systematically and make sure that we uphold the highest international standard. So yes, people can purchase online, but for now, what is happening is the physical purchase. As of yesterday, we've sold over 100 of the jerseys, and yes, even people in Lagos had to send money to their friends in Enugu to buy, and we built them. But then we want to make sure we make it so easy for people to buy online. I was in Lagos a few weeks ago to visit Godwin and Akena and see what they are doing at Sporting Lagos, because I admire what they are doing. And when you go to the Sporting Lagos site, you could easily buy, the jerseys online. And that's the power of collaboration that I spoke about earlier. Yeah, we may be competing on the field, but outside the field, we should collaborate. We should be open to learning. We should be open to telling our other colleagues in the other clubs what we do to succeed. Because when we all succeed, our football club engagement becomes beautiful, our league becomes strong, and Nigeria comes back to where it should be.
Undoubtedly. Thank you so much, Amobi, for talking to us. We wish you the best of luck, and we'll continue to keep tabs on the development of Rangers International Football Club. Do have a safe trip back to the country when you do return.
Thank you so much, and have a lovely new month.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. All right, so that was Amobi Ezeaku, the general manager of Rangers International Football Club. It's always ideal, when you have a young person. I'm not saying that older people are not, but but a young person with ideas on how to properly run a football club, and you don't have to have played the game to understand
Mm-hmm.
how to administer the game. Yeah.
Like me, give me a club right now.
I beg Adi.
Give me a club. Just try me. I don't even need an NPFL club. A Division 1 Nigerian National League.
You know what, gentlemen, if I may, I must say I'm really, really impressed with Amobi. You know, forward thinking is what I was what he was saying. Just like when I listened to Justin Madugu yesterday, this interview was like music to my ears. I'm sure Thomas in the bathroom was really, really excited because he said he ticked all the right boxes. The very fact physical stuff, all well and good. Working with Paystack, to get it online, brilliant. I'm talking about, giving Fidelis electrical time, time to settle down, time to inculcate his ideas with the players, and then building up the structure of the club. He spoke, and that was a fantastic example he used about them winning the title under, in my mind, 2016, and floundering after that because they couldn't replace their stars, which is a major problem in all NPFL clubs. Once NPFL players have a good season, possibly break into the Super Eagles, then they're off. But if you have a conveyor belt of talent, and from what I saw yesterday, we have the talent. If we can tap, if every club has a feeder, if every team has a feeder, has a youth academy, then while your boys are out there and you know that the best they're going to give you 2 seasons before they transfer to the abroad, then you are grooming young players that can step into the pitch. So it's all our business, and I love the fact that he's talking to mammoth establishments like the clubs in Egypt and South Africa, and then collaborating with Sporting Lagos as well to see what they are doing right. Because I've been to watch Sporting Lagos play, and man, their marketing is second to none. When you go there, it's all about sales. Right from when you walk into the stadium, you see the ladies at the front desk or whatever, the government international center and all that. So I'm really impressed.
Actually, it's part of the FIFA CAF club licensing rules and regulations. But it's just that the Football Federation, for some reason, and CAF really also plays a huge part in this, don't really implements, and sometimes you need to force these clubs to do so, and that's what CAF is doing as we speak. CAF is really showing all of these African clubs a lot of tough love these days. Some are rebelling, but ultimately it's good for the growth of African football. You've got to do the right things. And I'm happy that the Nigerian club sides,
in particular, growth of Nigerian football. It's Nigeria we are concerned about. North Africa, their football is growing leaps and bounds. South African football is there now.
But you also say we should chase. You also say we should always look at who no road. We should use who no road to go. So we're saying if Morocco, Egypt, and South Africa,
I agree,
let's follow the people that know road. I just listened to him.
Morocco, Egypt,
one of the things he said that I think generally Nigerian club, and this is just an opinion, should do more is we've had a lot of fans complain about getting jerseys. Now I like the Sporting Lagos idea, but there's also some people who are not online, who will not place others. Maybe there's stores around you. I don't know, there are different ways to market in terms of sell this jersey for this price. This is how much.
Nah, everybody's online, Femi.
Everybody's
buying stuff.
Not everybody's online.
No, buying stuff online now is the in thing.
No, it's dangerous. The in thing, but it's very dangerous.
It's a good thing, but there are many people who are traditional football lovers
who
do
need
not
to see.
have.
Some people want to see the quality of what you want to buy. Some people will not buy things online.
No, the thing is that there are different options. I get a lot of things online. Yeah, a lot of things. But one thing I always say is that look, I will only buy what I'm buying online if you offer payment on delivery. I'm not just going to pay you and expect that you no, I will have to see what I'm buying and then I will pay you. If it's not satisfactory, you can take back your product.
But you're somebody who spends time on the internet because you have a lot of people don't have this.
You make a lot of money from the internet.
Some people go to stores. It's when they go to stores and they see that I like this shirt, I want to buy it. And I know that for maybe retail stuff, people take their goods to retail stores, right? And say, okay, can you help me sell this? And then whatever proceeds comes, there's a sharing formula. I'm only saying that it's just more ways to get the jerseys out. Sporting Lagos is doing a great plan. I'm not against it.
And just sharing this idea with the football clubs. For example, why wouldn't maybe the NPFL or some of these football clubs come together? We have so many malls. run by the same management, facility manager.
The thing is, if you do that, you will pay more. You will pay more because these malls that you talk about, they have rent to pay.
I agree with you. But let's use you as a case study.
You can't use me as a case study because we're talking about
above par.
We're talking about getting these jerseys to everybody.
Yes,
and everybody means also people who live below poverty level
and people who live above poverty level. So I'm saying if somebody who goes to a major mall around your area, and I'm using you as a case study, and then you just walk past and you see, say, a Rangers jersey, and you're like, I like this jersey.
Yeah.
Because you're seeing it there, it's coming to you right there. But imagine if you're going through the internet to search. That's deliberate effort, and that's because you're a fan. You want to look for it.
If you're a fan, why won't you go ahead and look for it?
No, but I'm saying you're not a fan. You just walk past the store, you're like, sir?
Let me give you a solution for it. I understand what you're saying, Femi, but the truth of the matter is that we shouldn't be too what's what I'm looking for? Maybe too precise about it. Like for instance, as a United fan, the only place that you're going to get genuine Manchester United products physically is at the superstore at Old Trafford. Do you understand?
Yes.
You have to literally go to.
But that's for variety.
Your other option.
No, but
Your other option is to hold on. Your other option is to buy online. But what you can do, like in Ethiopia, for instance, you can have the real replica shirts, which are high end, and then maybe you can organize with other manufacturers to make less. I won't say knockoffs per se, but lower grade options. So you're actually not buying what will cost you like £50 in Old Trafford and probably much more now. You can get that for 10, 20 on the market stall in London. You get my point. But if you're looking for that actual Manchester United jersey, you have to go all the way wherever you are. You have to go all the way to Manchester. So it's going to be like that for Rangers unless they can work with a manufacturer who can manufacture lower grade stuff for them and sell, and you pick them up anywhere. Maybe if they're selling the shirt for 15k, you can pick them up for 2,000, 3,000, 3,000. It depends. There are different ways to belly the cat, but to say that Rangers